Hello everybody, Zachary Fruling, aka Cozy Azeroth here. I had a little time to kill today. I would normally be working on our Socrates TI-99 for a exploration game, which we're almost done with, but my friend Dylan is busy today, and behind the scenes I'm often working with the Internet Archive to archive old TI-99 for a computer users group's newsletters, one at a time, which is very, very time consuming. And I'm putting together a massive spreadsheet of type-in programs for the TI-99 4A. So I figured I would just do a little co-working live stream while I work on these newsletters. Basically I'm taking one newsletter at a time, uploading them to the Internet Archive, letting them process, and then I'm linking to the type-in programs one page at a time in this spreadsheet. Which is very, very time consuming and rather tedious, but fun nonetheless for me. So I'd already uploaded this one that I'm working on. It's the October 1986 issue of the Bits, Bytes, and Pixels, the Lima 99 4A computer users group. So I just need to go through and grab. I already have the titles of the programs added here. I just need to grab the links to the pages. Excuse me, I'm a little choked up today. It's very windy, allergy season, so pardon me if I sniffle a bit. Okay, so this is rather tedious, especially with all this small text. It's a little hard on the eyes. So what are we looking at here? We're looking at Shenandoah, across the wide Missouri. And let's see, then we come over here. What's the last one on this page? Teacher's Helper. Okay, the first one over here is the print using demo, and the last one is add and carry. Okay, there we go. Let's get the next one. That was October 1986. The next one is November of 86. Let's get that file. I always check it out first to make sure no pages need to be rotated, anything like that. Looks pretty straightforward. Good, good. Let's get it uploading. Okay. I do quite a bit of work with the Internet Archive these days. I'm just a user, but I have so many things that I upload to the Internet Archive. Family history, local history, these computer users groups, things like that. So I'm always doing something with the Internet Archive, almost every day. What's a little time consuming is just adding the metadata. You know, I want to make sure that while I'm doing this, I'm doing it for posterity. So getting the titles correct, or at least a title format that I'm happy with, adding enough keywords where people can find these things, and of course they'll be keyword searchable, which is one awesome benefit of uploading things to the Internet Archive. So 1986, 11, it's in English. There we go, let that upload. Then while it's processing, I'm going to go scan through the newsletter, grab the titles and authors of any type-in programs that are listed there. We'll see how it goes. Let's hope everyone's doing well, though, on this late spring Sunday morning. Afternoon. It's an afternoon now. I just got done with a 2-hour meeting, so still kind of feels like morning. Still getting caffeinated. So it takes a minute to upload and create the page, and then the processing time varies greatly based on how busy the Internet Archive is. It's always a little busy on the weekends. In a way, this is one of the worst times to do this, but okay, there we go. Page is ready. All right, so basically we're just scanning now, looking for type-in programs. And I don't see it at a glance. There are a bunch down in the Jim Peterson's Tips from the Tiger Cub column, which is reprinted in all these newsletters. It's getting really tedious retyping the titles of these, but I'm trying to be thorough for posterity's sake. I want this spreadsheet to be maximally useful and as comprehensive as I can make it. So it's very repetitive, a lot of repetition, a lot of overlap. but that's okay. So let's see, where's the first type-in program here? Here we go. BXB. BXB. Okay, so John Benke, Richard Heath. Actually, I think I can just cite it by one person here. This is November 1986. Okay, a program that writes programs that have a title? No. Oh, BXB data. Yeah, okay. It's related. I'm not overthinking this, though. I'm trying to be as accurate as possible, but I'm not belaboring it either. Print speaker, it's called. Okay, then it looks like we have a music program, Molly Darling. And that continues all the way to the end of the page, and that is all. Okay, so there we go. Let's just let this process. While that's happening, let's get started on the next one. Okay, 8611. So let's see, December 1986. Here we go. Skim it to make sure it doesn't need to be adjusted. And at a glance, it looks fine. So let's upload it. Thankfully, I found I can just copy these keywords in, or the subject tags. I did recently, over the last several months, I uploaded over 1,000 of my grandfather's sermons to the Internet Archive, which is great because I spent years scanning them, and then finally got them uploaded to the Internet Archive. So the ones that are typed are keyword searchable, which is awesome. It's fun to see people finding them and enjoying them. I hope the same is true of these newsletters. So the kind of thing that's tedious while you're working on it, but totally worth it after the fact. So I'm still kind of refreshing this one we just did, the November 1986 issue, because it's going to take a while to process. And once this gets down to, it'll create a bunch of extra files, the text, the OCR text, and various other things. But once this gets to 14 files here instead of 5, that's when the individual page links are stable. So it takes a few minutes, sometimes between a few minutes and 10 minutes, sometimes half an hour. Sometimes if it's really broken, it takes a day or so, but you know, if they're working as expected, then it shouldn't take more than quite a few minutes. So let's work on December. So we're going to scroll and look for programs. Here's one. The name of the, I love the remark says the name of the program. The name of this program is Print O's, okay, by Dorothy Wingett. Interesting. So Print O's, like O apostrophe S, yep. Dorothy Wingett. One thing that's fun to see is all the female programmers from that time period. You sort of may or may not think of women being interested in programming during that time period, but a lot were, and it's easy to forget that. Print O's. Got it. So we'll grab the link when the page is processed. And more tips from the Tiger Cub here. Okay, it looks like their pages were out of order. Maybe I should have Should have reorganized this, but I can live with it. Can I live with it? I should fix it probably, huh? Yeah, I'm going to fix it. Okay, so hold on. Let's go December. Yeah, let's delete that. Let's fix it. It would be better if we fix it. So downloads 8612. I just need to adjust the order of the pages. There we go. Okay, organize pages. This one just needs to go over here. That looks better. So the last one now says the memory full at the end. Organize pages. Save. In fact, let's just double check real quick. Make sure the other pages are in order. Page 2, 2A, okay, 3. Someone inserted a page, I guess, 4, 5, 6. Okay, better. Let's get that uploading again. It'll just be better. And here, since we've already used this URL tag, I think what we're going to do is just get rid of that hyphen. There we go. Oh, let me change that to December. You can see why this takes so long. Got hundreds of these to do. But I'm the kind of guy who will do it, so I will do it. So you can see this went from 5 files to 6 files. We're waiting for it to get up to about 14 files having been created. So as of right now, you still can't link to the individual pages yet. As you can see, it's rather, oh, I see we're up to 7 now, so it's working. Rather tedious, but kind of meditative too. And it's really fun to kind of just browse through and see what was going on in computer history in that time period. It's a very Foucauldian kind of project, going down the rabbit hole and dark alleyways of a certain kind of history. This is a very niche interest, but it's the kind of thing that unless someone archives this stuff, it'll be forgotten about, right? Victory goes to the archivers, I guess. Okay, so let's see. We were down to the tips from the Tiger Cub. Let's find the programs. What's the first program we have here? Here's one. Answer to the challenge in the last tips. Okay. Oh, actually, no, that's not a whole program. Pocket calculator. Okay, so a pocket calculator program. Jim Peterson. His articles are great, but programs are great, but he's not a clear writer. Sometimes it's hard to figure out what's going on. Okay, at a glance anyway, I don't like the format of these, although the 28 columns is great for typing in the programs, I suppose. Okay, so where does that program end? Right here. Okay, what's the next one? Hyphenated, fill, and adjust. And adjust. If you want to follow along in my spreadsheet, I'm going to put a link to it here in the chat. Just occurred to me I should do that. So copy the link. Just say spreadsheet. Here you go for anyone who wants to get a look at what I'm doing directly here. No one can edit it. I only have edit access to it. So, but if you want to follow along, there's the link. And let's keep going. Okay. Where does that program end? Right. Oh, fill and adjust. Okay. Goes down to about here. See and say. Oh. There we go. I'm aware that I was typing. Okay, that's all for that one. Let's see if November's done processing. And it is ready. So let's see, the first one we need to grab for November is BXB, BXB data. And I think, yeah, so right here, this is BXB and BXB data. Okay, and that's all for that. So we're done with that one. So we'll wait for December to process. Let's get the next one going. Okay, next one. Sometimes there are issues missing, but in this case we're right on to 1987. So 1987-01, download. Always check it out, make sure no pages need adjusting. Okay, let's get it uploading. Grab the keywords. Yeah, I've always kind of been an archivist at heart. I save everything and keep things in boxes and shelves. And my grandmother was the queen of labeling. She was way more organized about it than I am. But I kind of know where I have a mental map of where everything is. I don't label as much as I should. But I'm really organized when it comes to documenting things on the Internet Archive and creating my own archives. So I have a good temperament for this kind of work. I wish there were a way to pay the bills doing it, frankly. Give it a second for that one to upload. I could do several at once, but it's just easier if I just do them a couple at a time. So don't lose my place that way. I'll just keep refreshing December. It's barely started, but it's deriving now, so it's happening. Excuse me, choked up today. Weekends are not long enough. Don't really feel like going back to work tomorrow. Okay, let's see. You're looking for programs. All these references to Radio Shack. I worked at Radio Shack for 6 years from my senior year of high school until I left for grad school. And then during grad school, I went back and worked there for another year and a half at a different Radio Shack. I loved it. Too bad it's not really defunct. I mean, the rights to it have been purchased, and there are franchise Radio Shacks in the United States, and the people that own Radio Shack are building corporate Radio Shack stores in developing countries, I believe. Yeah, no programs in this one. Makes it easy. On to the next. Okay, that was 8701. I keep it on my screen until I let it process. 8702 right here. skim it, make sure the pages are all aligned. What is this program? Okay, I don't know. I'll have to look at it. Just make sure the pages are in order. It looks like it. Yep. Oh, what's this? Oh, at least it's already been aligned. Okay, looks like we're good to go. Let's get it uploading. February 1987. Also getting used to a new computer mouse. My mouse was having issues, so I replaced it with a spare mouse I had, but this is a lower quality mouse. I had to adjust the settings a little bit. It's working okay, but I'm not super thrilled with it. But it's cheaper than buying a new one, so I'm using what I got. 1987, 02. See how December's doing. Oh, it's processing. See, getting there. This one I'm not worried about, but I'll leave it up while it's processing. What's fun about these newsletters, even though there's a lot of overlap, each users group had its own culture, its own experts, its own articles, a lot of stuff being copied from one newsletter to another, but each users group is definitely like its own little club with its own little culture, so it's fun to dive into each of these groups one at a time. Here's, well, I'll show you in a little bit, but there's many more users groups. There's dozens and dozens of them, so. And each of those has dozens and dozens of files. Okay, getting there, 9 files. That one is still beginning to process. Okay, this one we're going to look to see if there are any programs. Let's scroll and find some programs. So what is this program? Checkbook writer. Is that what this is? Program that follows, okay. It is, okay, so this is a checkbook writer. Of course, now we spell checkbook with one word, but I try to leave the titles as they are. We already had this author here. Where is it? Mel Nomina. But here it's listed as Melvin Nomina. Okay. This is a long program. I think that's the only program I saw here. Is there another one? What's all this? No programs, just some letters. That is all. Okay. Let's go check on December. Okay, we're almost ready. The problem, we gotta wait till this hits 14 because sometimes it grabs the actual page numbers. It's got a page number recognizer, and this URL will change. And it's fine because it does URL forward, so if I grab this one, it would be fine, but I'm trying to wait till it. Once this hits 14 files, the page number process will have been complete. We'll see if there's any changes during that process. Okay, no. So this bit right here, this page number, is actually didn't recognize page 2 correctly here. That's fine. So let's grab this. Here's our print O's. Now let's go grab all of the Tiger Cub stuff. And all of them are going to be on this page. That's it, right? Yeah. Okay. Oop. There we go. Okay, and we are now done with that. One of my favorite things is the text recognition as well. It's not perfect, and you can see it's not perfect by a lot, especially with these old fonts and these bad scans. But if it recognizes any of the keywords, that's great, and it makes it even easier for people to find these. So, but it can't control it, so don't worry about it too much. This one's still processing. This one is processing. Let's get started on the next one. 8702. Next one's 8703. Check the page alignment. See, this page needs to be rotated, so let's do that. Let's see, which way does it need to be rotated? To the left. Save. Let's just double check. That's better. And we could leave it vertical, but then it won't recognize the text, and the only thing here to recognize if we oriented it vertically is this page number, so this will get much more of the actual text. So it's worth taking the time to do. This is the kind of, thankless work in the moment, but hopefully people in the future will be glad I did this. Either computer historians or people who are still interested in this computer system. My favorite retro computer. See how January's doing. Oh, there we go. And not quite done. URLs won't be ready yet, but we can at least, let's see. Oh, January, that was the one with no files, so we're not worried about that. How's February doing? Or no programs, I mean. Still processing. So a lot of the time is just spent waiting. Like I said, I would normally be working on my video game right now, but Dylan's busy at a, I think it's called Fringe Fest in Ashland, Oregon. That's what he's doing today. So not around to work on the game. Quite all right. Okay, so March 1987, we're looking for programs. Here's one. There's a couple. Okay, Bug in the Horizon RAM Disk Operating System by Charles Good. What does this do? Sometimes they don't have titles. It's very annoying. Single record files in variable format that are written over regularly do not behave properly on the Horizon RAM disk. The solution is to make each variable file at least 2 records in length. If all that is needed is 1 record file, then a dummy record is added at the beginning. So what does this do? If you run the above program, it creates a 2-sector file, 1 sector to store the record. Wait, 1 file description sector and 1 sector to store the record, and display variable 80 format. Okay, so what to call this? Two sector file in display variable 80 format, so DV 80 format. Close enough. I think I saw the author was Charles Good. Got his name right here, so we can copy that. March 1987. What's the next file do? Our next program. Oh, okay, it's just a variation on the same program. That's fine. Here is a little music program that by two of our members, Ryan D. and Ryan J. Waltz. Two people named Ryan Waltz, or Ryan D. and Ryan J. Waltz. Programmed by Ryan D. Ryan J. Waltz. Okay, so it must be a father and son, maybe. And it's called At Calvary. Yep. Oh, religious music here. So, Ryan D. Waltz. And Ryan J. Waltz. Programs probably haven't seen the light of day in almost 40 years. It might be fun to do a stream of that one, especially if it's a father-son program. That's all. Let's see how January's doing here. Okay, that one's done. I kind of just like to take a peek at the full text, just kind of see how well it did. Pretty well. February, still processing. March, still processing. Let's move on. Okay, 8704. Skim the file. Let's get it uploading. April 1987. A lot of these newsletters are already on the FTP site, but I have to admit I'm worried about everything being stored in one location. The best thing to do is have multiple copies all over the place. That way, if something happens to one location, you can still get the information from somewhere else. So that's part of my motivation in doing this. And the keyword searchability is really nice. I actually have a stack of newsletters from the National 99er users group. Seems to be like an organization of organizations. They're slow going because they're in booklet form and they're not stapled or anything, so that you have to be really careful about keeping the pages in order, and it's slow going. So I decided to take a break on that and at least continue this through this group of Lima users group newsletters before I pick that back up. Okay, looking for programs. Spider-Man word list. I don't see any. Let's take another look to make sure. No programs. Doesn't look like it. Nope. Okay, on to May. Check the pages. Yeah, see, this is unfortunate where some of the things are written sideways and some are not, but I think this is going to be the best orientation. Checkbook writer, that's the checkbook writer load program, okay. And more tips from the Tiger Cub. Okay, let's get it uploading. see how February is doing. Still processing. March. Oh, March is going pretty fast for whatever reason. April. What do we have here? February and March. March is almost ready. Always wait till it detects the page numbers if it can. There we go. Okay, yeah, I did see it changed to 2 here, so I found page 2 on this one. So this is March. This is the 2-sector file in DV80 format. And in March, there was one called at Calvary. There it is. I got the page number correct. Okay, so we're done with March. Still waiting on February here. It's almost ready. Now let's look at May. Okay, checkbook writer load program. Okay. Okay, the reconcile program listing begins here. Checkbook reconcile program. Okay. I didn't have to write or type in a program to balance your checkbook for you. Back in the day. It would have been easier just to do it the old-fashioned way. Okay. Okay, tips from the Tiger Cub. Here we go. What do we have? We have a correction in the BXB file. Oh, that's still April. Hello to everybody tuning in. Just doing some relatively tedious work archiving old computer users group newsletters. So this is a fix for the hyphenated fill and adjust. Working on creating a spreadsheet of all of the type-in programs from old computer users group newsletters. It's very tedious. I'm at 5,355 listings so far, give or take. Okay. Scram Let's Solver. Which is probably... There we go. Much improved version of the adder upper. Okay. Adder upper improved. hope that this is a useful reference for folks down the road. Okay. Illogical computer, this one is called. Okay. Oh wait, we're in May. That's right. Where did we start? That's right. Sorry here, everyone. Let's fix this real quick before I get too far. What was the... Oh, hello. Thank you for following. Hope you find this remotely interesting. What was the first program here? There was a type-in program. Okay, the load program. That was in May. Sorry about that. Made a little mistake. I want to catch it while I'm at it. Right, so this was May 1987. All of these were May. There we go. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Okay, where were we? We were down here. Illogical computer. This one will come in handy to dress up a program. What is it called? I think it's a press any key routine. Paint calculator? To calculate how much paint you're going to need based on the area that you're going to be painting, I believe. I think I've seen this one before. Things people used to write programs for. Okay, and that's all. Let's check on our previous ones. How's February doing here? It's done. It is done processing. So we need to grab the link to Checkbook Writer. Which is right here is where it starts way back here. The article starts linking to the actual program, which starts right here. Okay, we're done with February. March we were already, wait, this is, yeah, March we were done with. This is April. How's April doing? Okay, it's done, almost done processing. We can grab the links at least. April, we're looking for typo. Checkbook Writer load program. Wait a minute, I must have, did April? It must have been in May. Yeah, April may just not have had me. I think I started entering the wrong month. Yeah, no check right of this. Okay, so yeah, it was all in May. I'll just double check, make sure I get the months right. So we're in May now. Yep, the load program's in May. Okay, that was my mistake. There we go. So there's nothing in April. Let's kind of take a peek at how the full text recognition worked. Pretty well. Not perfect, but well enough. While that's processing, let's get June going. So June 1987. Always take a peek at it to make sure the pages are oriented correctly and in the right order. Try to fix any errors in the files if I see them. Looks pretty good. Let's get it uploading. feel like a medieval monk, you know, copying some illuminated manuscript. Okay, May is about ready. Need to go, wait till this hits number 14 files, because that'll give me the correct URLs after the page number recognition. So it just takes a second usually. There we go. Okay, so now if there are any page numbers, they will have been recognized. Here's the load program. And there should be a reconcile program somewhere. Where does it start? Reconcile program starts here. The rest is in the tips from the Tiger Cub. Okay, so the first one on this page is, oh yeah, it's the correction. Okay, BXB correction. And the last one on this page, way over. Oh, that's all. Okay, so everything for May is on these two pages. I was just going to glance at the text recognition. I'm really curious at how well it does, and this is where the magic happens for the Internet Archive, because this is why it's easier to find these things than they were on the FTP site, because this is keyword searchable. Very handy. All right, so June is processing. Let's see what programs there are in June. Okay, here we go. We have one called, wait, what is it called? Cassette loading of assembly programs. Is that this program? Or is that just the load program? Well, I guess we'll, cassette loading of assembly programs. Okay, the first listing below is in TI base. It should be typed in and saved to the disk using any file name that is convenient. Okay. I'm just going to call it cassette loading of assembly programs. Tom Freeman. Oop, not Tim, Tom Freeman. Checkbook writer bugs. Okay, so a little correction to checkbook writer. Tiger Cub labeler. Sprite puzzle number 1. Sprite puzzle number 2. Then we have one called Pre-Speller. Those early basic educational games. Formation. Cost of credit. Turns all numerals and punctuation white. That was by someone else, it looked like. It was by Harry Wilhelm. In fact, I just used Harry Wilhelm's compiler and cartridge maker program for my Socrates game, so it's fun to see a familiar name here. He's active in the TI community to this day, going on 40 years later. Very cool. It's funny, the same group, the same people are still interested in this after all these years. I love it. Okay, how's this processing going? Let's get the next one. That was 8706. We jumped to 8709. Check the pages. Wait a minute. There's a page missing. So this is page 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, 5, 6. Okay, looks good. Thought I missed a page there. September 1987. June is processing. See how long it's taken me to get 5,369 items here. It's taken a while. I'm working on this for a few months already. Like while we're waiting, let's go look at how many files I've uploaded. So I have uploaded 3,242 items to the Internet Archive. And of those, these are the most popular ones. Some of my grandfather's sermons, which is fun to see people discovering those. And what was most popular this week while we're waiting. Some TI users groups, some old like a advertising pamphlet for like church music, and some of my grandfather's sermons, some local history stuff. But yeah, it's interesting to see which ones rise to the top, which ones people are discovering the most. It's fun, you know. I mean, these sermons were buried, not buried, but in literally in a box for decade after decade after decade after decade. Like this one here, I don't know if this one has a date on it, but it's from the early 1900s, I think. I don't know if I put Doesn't have an exact date, but this was from, I think, 1904, 1905. I just happen to have the originals, so and I'm all scanned. I'm quite the archivist, as you can see. So, okay, September's ready to look at. We're looking for programs. Okay, more Tiger Cup stuff. First program looks like the number puzzle, as in the pound sign, the number puzzle by Jim Peterson. This is September 1987. Okay, closing and a jar file. Is that by Jim Peterson? Looks like it. Color Peak. I'm using camel case for words that are run together like that. Okay, called little trivia for the day, called camel case because the capital letters look like little humps like a camel's hump. So it's called camel case. It's cute. Okay, what do we have? So that's Color Peak. It goes down to about here. The 37 game. 37 in apostrophes. The 37 game. POS puzzle number 1. I think that means like sprite position puzzle. I'm not overthinking these right now. I'm just mainly trying to archive them. I'll look at them later. POS puzzle number 2. Print speaker improvement. Okay. Two-line game. Does it have a title? Nope. Two-line game. And John Witt's 3-line version of John Wilford's Wave Power. Okay. It's a mouthful. I think I have that one listed on here previously. Yeah, let's grab that. There was a lot of reprinting from one newsletter to another. Okay, let's see how June is doing. Processed. And we need to find cassette loading of assembly programs. There it is. Checkbook writer bug fixes. Right here. The rest is all Tiger Cub stuff. So the last one here, this page is Tiger Cub Labeler. That's the last page for everything in June. Okay, just take a look at the text recognition. Mainly just because I'm fascinated by the fact that it works as well as it does. It's not perfect. And September's processing. Let's go get the next one. That was 8709's 8710. Check the pages. Oh, I got a page missing, look. I can't do anything about it. I don't have it, I don't have it. Page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5. Yeah, page 6 is missing. Or they're misnumbered, one or the other. 7, 8. And sometimes, rarely, so before I upload this, I'm going to take a peek at 8711. Sometimes the pages get mixed up with the surrounding newsletters, so yeah, no, okay, that's okay. It's 8710. Let's get it uploading. I'll just make a little note in the description that there appears to be a page missing. Let's see. What page was it? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, September's done processing. Okay, Color Peak is the last one here. Nice. What's great is I'll demonstrate, even though it's not perfect, you can come over here and you can say Tiger Cub, for example, and when we do a text scan, you'll see that all this tips from the Tiger Cub stuff show up in all these different newsletters we've uploaded. So it'll be, even though it's not perfect, it's much, much easier to find things. It'll be really useful in the long run. Okay, so we're on October. Oh, there's a little program. What's this one? Oh, interesting. This is like a frequency checker. Interesting. So let's call it frequency accuracy checker. Who wrote this one? Charles Good. Again, even the tiniest little programs deserve attention here. Someone took the time to create them, shouldn't be forgotten about. Of all the hardware stuff too. Okay. What do we have here? Tiger Cub print all. It's October. Approved version of a math program. What's it called? Some of them don't have names. It's very annoying. Yeah. All right. Actually, this one's about catching frogs, right? Yeah. Catching frogs. Improved. I'm afraid I may not have been totally consistent in how I'm labeling some of these programs, but 80-20 solution here. What do we have? Unusual title screen, okay. Okay. Actually, it's called Squirmy Screen now that I see there's a title. Squirmy Screen. Let's get the next one going. 8711. Take a peek at it here. Page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, page 6, page 7, page 8. Okay. It's like October is taking a while to get started here. This comes in waves. Sometimes the server just gets busy or overloaded, or they get database issues. I don't know exactly what's going on, but sometimes the Internet Archive works faster than others. I was saying earlier, I have a whole stack of newsletters. From what I can tell, maybe the only extant copies of them from the National 99er organization from Bakersfield. And I got about 20 some odd newsletters there, but they're time consuming to scan because they're in booklet form and they're not stapled, so I have to be really careful about keeping the pages in order, and it's just slow going. So I decided to finish this batch of Lima newsletters before I dive back into work on that. Okay, November. Looking for programs. Okay, this is all just generic stuff. It's not programs per se, so I'm not going to worry about it. All right, so there's none in November. Let's see how October's doing. Let's get December going. 8712. Okay, so page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, page 6, page 7, page 8. Okay, let's get it uploading. Sometimes any kind of historical work is just not glamorous. This is the kind of grunt work that goes into documenting history, even recent history. This stuff is not even 40 years old. But it's important for posterity. I do care about that. Just waiting on October and November to process while December uploads. This one's going pretty quickly. Refresh by refresh, this is going up. We need to get it up to 14 files. If I do when it's at 13, I can grab the links, but the page numbers won't have been processed necessarily. So we're going to wait till it gets to 14. There we go, 14. Okay, so we're looking for frequency accuracy checker, which is right on the front page. So let's grab that. Catching frogs improved, and print all. Yeah, okay, so Jim Peterson stuff, which is all going to be right here. Take a peek at the text recognition, just to make sure it looks plausible, looks pretty good. Okay, November didn't have anything, we're just letting it process. December's ready to look at. All we're doing is looking for type-in basic programs. And there aren't any. So on to the next one. That was December 1987. And January 1988. That's the next one. Okay, so page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, page 6, page 7, page 8. I love all the retro graphics. The certificate maker. Looks good. Let's get it uploading. I'd like to find some way to do retro print shop stuff from my modern computer. See how November's doing. Just getting started, barely started. Yeah, it depends how many other items are in the queue at any given moment. December, same thing. Okay, let's just wait for January to upload. People sometimes ask how I get as much done as I do. I think I just have a longer attention span than most people for this kind of stuff. So whenever I'm working on a project, I got a long attention span to make sure it gets done. Yeah, look at these. Certificate 99. From the creators of Joy Paint 99 and Banner 99 comes Certificate 99. It's all new, 100% assembly language programs, a wonderful way to recognize the efforts and achievements of someone special. Certificate 99 gives you everything you need to create exciting certificates, awards, diplomas, licenses, signs, and advertisements. Parchment paper and gold foil seals are included to get you started making professional looking certificates inside. So it comes with the blank documents. That's cool. It comes with 6 text fonts in 2 sizes, 12 different borders, 24 pre-designed graphics, as well as signatures and seals. Prints to any Epson/Star Gemini or compatible printer in single or double density. Requires 32K memory, disk system, and one of the following: extended basic, editor, assembler, mini memory, or a TI writer from Great Lakes Software. There you go, $19.95. Back then, plus $1 shipping. Makes me think I'm undercharging for my stuff nowadays. And no programs. Okay, so no programs there either. On to the next. That's 8801. 8802. Okay, page 1, page 2, page 3. Look at these graphics. Oh, more Certificate 99 stuff. That's great. 3. I love these. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, that's a tough one. I think it needs to go sideways because this explanation is sideways. I think we're going to do that. Yep. So let's fix that. This is February 88. Okay. Like so. Let's save that. Now we can get it uploaded. Okay, let's see how November's doing. Okay, November was the one with no programs, right? And we didn't add anything yet. So nothing. It was just debugging stuff. Okay, so let's see how the text recognition did. Pretty good. That one is done. December. Still processing. Let's double check. I'm always worried about missing something, so I'm just constantly checking to make sure I haven't missed anything. January and February is almost uploaded. Okay, let's see what's in February. Yeah, let's just take a look at these graphics. Look at all the different signatures. Check it out. So you, is the idea that you, oh, I see it. They're just like humorous fake signatures. Like you make a little humorous certificates with Santa Claus as the signature, or Ronald Reagan, so on and so forth. I guess I was wondering if it was smart enough to take whatever text you type in and then generate a signature, but I don't think that's what's going on. I think they're just some humorous fake signatures. Margaret Thatcher, Colonel Muammar al-Gaddafi, Ayatollah Khomeini, so on and so forth.
I know you're streaming, but
That's
I have
okay.
to show you.
What's up?
Like, this is what I envisioned.
Oh, yeah.
Look how cute.
That looks great.
Right?
Looks great. You got it so they're in there for good now?
Yes.
Yeah, it looks great. I like it. It's fun.
Okay.
Yeah, I like it. So much fun.
I love you.
I don't know how long I'm going to do this for. Just trying to get as much done as I can, but it's not that important. So
it's very important because it's important to you.
oh, thanks, my love.
I love you.
I love you too. I'll see you in a little bit.
I'll see you in a little bit, my love.
Okay, now we've got a program here. Oh, subprograms. What's going on here? Oh yeah, okay. Subprograms. Yeah, I'm going to list these out, I think. Art buyers. Okay, so all in subroutine. Beat subroutine. Buy subroutine. Chimes subroutine. Colors FB subroutine. What does that say? Is that G? Is that SOSPRT? Or is that GOS? Oh, Go Sprite? I think it's Go Sprite. Subroutine. Hunk? New subroutine? I guess I should put all these in caps, but I think I will actually. Beep. Buy. Chimes. Punk. New. Got that one. Quit off. Quit on. STSPRT. Clock subroutine. Go sub in. Curious about that one. What's happening there? Interesting. Go to in. Restore in. Actually, this might have been useful in my game I just finished up. Actually, I'll let you restore to a specific line number. Is that what's happening there? I have to favorite that one. Oop. It's weird. Run program fn string. Refresh this. See if it favorited my item after all. It did. Okay, good. Art buyers. was in February 1988. Okay, let's see if December's done processing. Does not. January. January is done. We don't have anything from January there, I don't think. Let's just double check. Sure. Nope, that's it. Okay, that's 8802, 8803. March. Page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, page 6, page 7, page 8. Okay, February is done enough. All right, let's grab our... Okay, it's all the way through quit on. Okay, done with February of 88. March is uploaded. Okay, more Tiger Cub stuff. What's the first one? Segmented bar graph. Jim Peterson. Something educational. What's it called? Adjective to adverb, version 1.3. And Mockingbird Tinygram. Jim Peterson. Bits, Bytes, and Pixels. Lima 99 for a users group, March 1988. Boom. Then we have, what do we have here? Yeah, oh, more of these. Oh, actually, it continues, right? Okay. Add variety to your press any key. Okay, so another press any key routine. A few of those. Jazz up your programs. New way to wipe the screen. Corner wipe. Corner wipe. that's all. Okay, how's December doing here? Almost done. March, let's move on. April 1988. Check the pages. Page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, page 6, page 7, page 8, page 9 not labeled, page 10 not labeled. Okay. Even though sometimes I feel a little overwhelmed trying to do all of these, I have to remind myself every single one I do is worth it. No matter how long it takes. Little at a time is fine. Okay, there are none in December, so I'm not too worried about that one. March is just getting started. April's uploading. Okay. Oops. Notice that the processing time varies greatly on the weekends. Obviously, more people are scanning and uploading things on the weekends. All right, April. What do we have? We're looking for this tiny text here. Elite print, slightly smaller than normal print. Okay. So just printer graphics demo stuff. List of programs. The program below is called, wait, is that pi or is that p exclamation point? Exclamation point. In the flippy version? Okay, call link cursor. Does it change the cursor maybe? Okay, so it's just called p exclamation point. Oh, there's a disk enclosed. Okay, I'm curious if I can find this. There's an archive of some of these disks as well. Yeah, don't know who that's by. April 1988. On to the next. May 1988. Page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, page 6, page 7, page 8. Perfect. Let's get it uploading. Bits, Bytes, and Pixels, Lima 99 4A Users Group Newsletter, May 1988. At some point I'll probably circle back and try to add more keywords to some of these. But the keyword searchability on the Internet Archive makes it a little unnecessary. Please wait while your page is being created. Okay, let's go looking for programs in May of 1988. Tiny Processor by Charles Good. Okay. Program descriptions. What do we have here? XB bug, XBasher, PC transfer, remind me, graphics expander, genial font packs. Interesting. That's all. Let's check on these. Okay, December's done enough. Just want to check to make sure it's processed it okay. Check the text recognition. Looks pretty good. Good enough. That one's done. Waiting on March. Waiting on April. And now we're waiting on May. Let's move on. June 1988. Check the pages. Page 1, page 2, page 3, all these fonts. Page 3, page 4, page 5, page 6, page 7, page 8, page 9. June 1988. I really can't believe no one's taken the time to do this up till now. Would have thought this would have been done 10 years ago or something. Nope. For everything, there's a first time. You know, what can I say? I'm a product of the 1990s. I believe in a certain amount of digital utopianism. Free information for everybody. After having worked for a giant educational publishing company and seeing what they do to ruin a good thing in the education world, I've gone towards these examples of microeducation as a better paradigm. Never been easier in the whole history of the world to learn anything about anything. So, yeah, give people the resources, they will learn. Okay, let's go looking for programs in June 1988. These fonts are cool. I like the ASCII version of a circuit diagram here, schematic. NiCad battery, 1N4, that's a diode, right? I think so, yep. Anode, cathode, yep. Resistor, ground, so on and so forth. Okay, cool. Cheap joysticks available at Radio Shack. Seeing is believing. User groups are alive and well. Okay, no programs in that one. Let's see how our previously uploaded ones are doing. That one's not done. Okay, April's done. So we only have one program in April, I think, right? Yeah, it was the one called P exclamation point. It was at the very end. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so nothing in June. Let's do the next. No July, so on to August of 88. Or just summer of 88, excuse me. I have to assume it's August given the file name, but we'll call it summer 1988. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. Inevitably, what happens is over time, these newsletters get shorter, fewer contributions as time moved on in the computer world. These most of these user groups kind of fell apart at a certain point. Some persist to this very day, like Chicago. So summer 1988. But we'll assume it's 8808, given the file name. Oops, 88. There we go. Definitely a certain amount of tedium involved in doing this. Sometimes I wonder if my time wouldn't be better spent on something else, but it's passion, right? Just do what you're passionate about. I'm passionate about archival work, and I'm passionate about this computer, so do what I can. Okay. Let's see what's in summer of 88. Any programs? Not looking like it. Little letter here. Dear Mr. Good, just wanted to drop you a line saying how pleased I was with the conference show. All of the members were both helpful and friendly. Also, the show was profitable. I would attend the next conference. Just let me know as soon as you can, as I also set up a Ham Fest and therefore need to plan for that weekend. Ham Radio, of course, Ham Fest. Again, let me say I found everyone to be friendly and courteous, but then I have always found TI users to be a cut above the rest. Just a bit of news, I will be ready to ship the Turbo, what is it? Is that Turbo Pascal 99 maybe? Or Turbo Pass? It's a little hard to see the text got compressed there. In just a few weeks. Cost us $59.95. I am the sole distributor for North America and Canada. Dealer inquiries are welcome. Also, the TI base is now in stock and ready to ship. The XB Detective and Von Graph are only $9.95 each. Thanks for a great computer show. See, what a nice thing to have archived, right? Okay, let's see how March is doing. Still working. May, still working. June, still working. All right, let's get the next one. That was 8808. 8809. Okay. Page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, page 6, page 7, page 8. Like this little makeshift screenshot here. So this is September 1988. Okay, March is finally done processing, and we have a few programs. We're looking for a segmented bar graph. In fact, they're just all Jim Peterson ones. Let's go right ahead to the Jim Peterson section. Right here. Okay. So the last one on these 2 pages is Mockingbird. And then the last 2 are on the, oops, there we go, next page. Yep. Boom, boom. And we're done with March. Let's just check the text recognition. Again, it's not very good, but better than nothing. Just doesn't handle the low resolution in the old fonts very well. Oh, good. May is done, and we only have one program in May, the Tiny Processor by Charles Good. There it is. Teeny tiny word processor. Okay. All right, June 1988, still processing, I believe. Yep. Summer 1988, still processing. And September's uploaded. Okay, tips from the Tiger Cub. We are looking for programs. Okay, yes, I've seen this before. The Gordian knot fix. It's by Ollie Hebert. Oh no, it was September. There we go. Decompactor version 1.1. By Jim Peterson. It's an improvement to BXB, so BXB improvement by Barry Traver. ornamental screen border. Okay. Improved version of Cat Writer. Okay. Cat Writer improved. Okay, we have a one-liner program. Doesn't have a name. Describes it as a one-screen, one-liner. Okay, that's all there. Let's see how June is doing. Still working. Summer, still working. September, still working. Okay. October 1988. Page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, page 6, page 7, page 8. Okay, June is done. Do we have any for June though? No, we don't. So let's just double check, make sure we haven't missed anything. Oh, check the text recognition. Looks pretty good. Summer, that one's done. I don't think there are any, right? Nope, we go all the way to September. Okay, September, still working on it. And October is uploading. Excuse me. What is in October? Tutorial on screen. Oh, no, tutorial on, excuse me, on centering screen and hard copy. Okay. By Harry Alston. It's a long name. Tutorial on centering screen and hard copy. How does it spell hard copy? It's hard to tell if it's one word or two in his. Let's just go with hard copy. By Harry Alston. Executive program for music disk. Names of music. X basic programs are link 01, link 02, etc. Okay. Let's back up a little bit here. Oh, jukebox. TI jukebox. And this looks like more than one program there. Yep. Okay. TI jukebox various. That was by Harold C. Hoyt Jr. Okay, how is September doing? Oh, it's done. So first one we're looking for is Gordian Knot Fix. In fact, it's all the Jim Peterson stuff. So starting right here. Last one on this batch is... Zoom in a little bit here. Oh, the Cat Rider, improvements to the Cat Rider. Okay, that was October 88, November 1988. Page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, page 6, page 7, page 8. I mean, I remember when I was just thrilled to find a copy of the Beginner's Basic or the User's Reference Guide online, much less all these newsletters, so I hope this is worth my time, but to me it is. Hope other people find it useful. 1988, 11, English, upload and create your item. Go Internet Archive, do your thing. October 88 is still processing. November is uploaded. What program are they talking about here? Writer ease. Nope, nothing in that one. Okay, that was November. December 1988. Not a very big newsletter. Page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4. That is all. Let's see how many more there are. So quite a bit. This users group was all the way till 1997. And we're on 1988. Ways to go. Kind of cool that some of these new users groups lasted that long. And I said very, very rare, but there are some that survived to this very day. Not too many though. Oh, excuse me. Kind of like the Chicago users group. Still has a TI fair every year. Maybe I'll go next year. Okay, October's processing pretty quickly. Just jumped from 7 to 9 files down there. Let's see what's in December. Any programs? Greetings, programs. Doesn't look like it. Nope. Okay, on to the next. So 8901. The TI was already several years old at that point. Okay, so page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, page 6, page 7, page 8. That is all. January 1989. I was in the, I think, 5th grade at that point. Memory serves. And I, of course, was not involved in the newsletter scene at all at that point. Okay, so we have some in October, 2 of them. So we're looking on the tutorial on centering, screen, and hard copy. There it is. And the TI jukebox. Nice. And just double check the text. It's a shame that text recognition isn't a little better at this point. You know, it is the 21st century, quarter of the way through the 21st century. You think OCR would be a little bit better already, but it's difficult. So, okay, what's in January 1989? Just looking for type-in programs. Program reviews. It's barely a program, but let's using your console as a calculator. Charles Good. Okay. November's processing, December's processing. Let's go to February. 8902. Page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, page 6, page 7, page 8. Okay, November is still processing. December is still processing. January of 89 is still processing. February of 89 is uploading. Waiting for this to hit 14 files. Although I don't think there's any programs in here, right? Yeah, there's nothing in November. It doesn't really matter, but just like to make sure it's gone through okay. Okay, February of 1989, looking for type-in programs. What do we have here? CS1 F index. Looks like it. Okay. So CS1. Is that a dollar sign? Oh no, it's an asterisk, isn't it? I think. Oh yeah, CS1 asterisk Findex, I think. Yeah. Okay, CS1 asterisk. Let's do it like that. A review. Who's a by? Joseph E. Is that Bartle? Scan is not very good on this one. Looks like Bartle to me. Joseph E. Bartle. Apologies if it's incorrect. Okay, let's check on our status here. So November's done. Just make sure we haven't overlooked any programs. Looks good. Okay, December looks done. Does it have any programs? Does not. Check the text. Okay, January 1989 is processing. February 1989 is processing. Let's get the next one. 8903. Check the pages. Page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, page 6, page 7. This one's tricky. I hate when they put stuff sideways like this, but that still looks like the best way. Page 8, and that's all. March 1989. Let's grab our topic keywords. January's still processing. Now it's going. February's just getting started. March is uploading. Hello to people just tuning in. How's everyone doing today? Just working on a little newsletter archiving project. Old Computer Users Group newsletters. Texas Instruments Computer Users Groups newsletters. Getting them to the Internet Archive so they're keyword searchable and for posterity. I'm just waiting for a couple files to process, waiting for one to upload. There we go. And I'm also creating an archive of direct links to various type-in programs. I'm up to number 5,416, so a great many type-in programs. So let's go searching this file for type-in programs. Seeing at a glance here. Oh, none in this one. On to the next then. That was March of 1989, April 1989. Just check to make sure the pages are in order. Page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, page 6, page 7, page 8, and nothing needs to be rotated. I'm checking to make sure the pages don't need to be rotated and such as well. Since the Internet Archive does OCR text recognition on these uploads. April 1989. Grab the keywords. I estimate I'll probably have, between 10 and 15,000 programs by the time I'm done with this project on the spreadsheet. The link to the spreadsheet is there in the chat, so if you're interested, feel free to check out the chat and click over to the spreadsheet if you're watching and want to check out firsthand what I'm working on. This is, I only have edit access to it, but other people can access this file. While that's uploading, we're going to check to see, okay, January is done, and we're looking for using your console as a calculator. Right there, a very short little example in BASIC, but worthy of note nonetheless. And that's all for January. Let's check February. Still processing. March, just getting started, and April's uploading. But yeah, it's quite an impressive list of programs so far. More than I can have time to ever type in, but some of them are from magazines, but a lot are from users group newsletters. Some overlap. There are a lot of things being copied from newsletter to newsletter. But even with those overlap, I'm trying to capture these programs every place they appear for easy reference and for posterity. I'm just checking, when I'm refreshing, I'm just checking to see how far along we are in the processing of these files. I've got to wait till this gets up to 14 files created, because that will have made each page linkable, and the page numbers will have been recognized by that point. Not a glamorous project, but important nonetheless. Okay, almost there for February. And for February, we're just looking for CS1 F index. It's up right here. I'm just waiting for April to upload. I'll take a look at Discord real quick while we're waiting. Nothing doing there. Guess we can start scanning this, looking April, looking for programs at least. Zork maps, check it out. Map 1, map 2, map 3, map 4. That's fun. You type in programs, doesn't look like it. What is this? Notice a fellow TI-99ers. Oh, fun. Yeah, there's no programs in that one. So once it's uploaded, I'll grab the next one. Just double check. Yep, nothing in this one. On to May. May of 1989. Check the pages and the page alignment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One thing I definitely noticed in the newsletters after a few years, even if the newsletters persist, there are way fewer programs in the later newsletters on the whole. Which is weird to me because that's part of the fun of computers, all the cool programs you can create for them, even to this day. So it's kind of weird that newsletters would run out of steam on the things that make the computers interesting in the first place. Okay, so March is still processing. April's processing. May is uploading. Yeah, I just thought that this had never been done, and so I thought I would just take it upon myself to do it. My own little contribution to the TI community, in addition to the programs I'm working on currently. Alright, it's processing. Alright, there we go. May is uploaded. Let's check it. All we're doing is skimming and looking for type-in programs to create a reference to. I don't see any at a glance, though. Yep. Okay, on to the next. That was May, June of 1989. I don't know why that's taking a minute. Ah, there we go. Okay, page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, page 6, page 7, page 8. Okay, March is done processing. I don't think we have any programs in March, though. Let's just double check. Nope. Check the text recognition. Okay, April, still processing. May, still processing. June is uploading. What's fun is seeing the names of people that are still in the TI community today, like my new friend Brad Snyder. I've seen his name a few times. Harry Wilhelm, whose compiler I used, and his cartridge maker program I used to create my Socrates cartridge that is coming out soon. Harry Wilhelm's name is in these newsletters, so it's fun to see some that people are still in the community after all this time. Okay, June 1989. Conference videotapes available. See, it's a shame that some of this stuff has been lost. Probably it'd be cool if that video still existed, but never know. I need to try to get archives of all this stuff, whatever is out there. Okay, I'm looking for type-in programs. Excuse me. I don't see any yet. Oh, here's one. Not much of one. This is for those people who still can't get a good-looking dump from Max RLE files. Does your printer put ugly horizontal lines through your picture? If so, have you found that none of the printer control programs published in various newsletters helps? I had this problem having a GE3-8100 printer. It was hard to find the right control codes for those with a similar device, or for you few that can't get any of the other programs to work, maybe this will. That's it. Type it just as written, then run it. Reset the computer without turning off the printer, then run Max RLE or another dump program. There's no guarantee that this printer will work for other printers, but it helped me. Okay, so Max RLE. I just call it Max RLE Help Program. By Andy Frew. Which is funny because my last name is Fruling, F-R-U-H-L-I-N-G. F-R-U, this was probably originally F-R-U with an umlaut H, but F-R-U-E-H. That's funny. This was June 1989. Small little world. Okay, let's see if April's done processing. Nope. How about May? Nope. All right, let's get the next one going. That was June. We're on to, there's no July. Looks like the next one is September of 1989. Page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, page 6, page 7, page 8, page 9, cool artwork, page 10. That is all. Let's get it uploading. September of 1989, upload. Okay, let's check on these. April's still chugging along. May's chugging along. June just getting started. September is uploading. I'm just refreshing to see how far along they are. Once they get going, they move pretty quickly for the most part. I'm very excited to be getting my Socrates game on a cartridge soon. Okay. I don't think there are any programs in this one. Oh, just these maps, that's right. Check the text recognition. Zork maps. Okay. May. Processing. June. Just getting started. Okay, September. Let's look for programs. All we're doing is looking for type-in programs. What is this? X-Basic High Resolution Graphics Support, a software review by Charles Good. Oh, okay. These are just... Okay, here's a program. Okay. What's this called? My Art File Displayer, I think. And it was, what kind of basic was it? It was XHI. Who wrote this article? Charles Good. I think I have to assume he wrote this one. Hello to folks just tuning in. I'm working on a archival project, taking old TI-99 4A computer users group newsletters and getting them uploaded to the Internet Archive for text searchability and for posterity. And I'm working on putting together a list of basic TI Basic and TI Extended Basic type-in programs from these newsletters and from computer magazines. I'm on program number 5,418, so I've been working on this for a while. I'm not sure who wrote this one. It's not clear. Oh, kind of a long-term project. Here's another little type-in program. Factorials. Let's say who wrote it. Okay, I have some others that are in the middle of processing here. Okay, this one's done. I don't think there are any programs in it. Oh, maybe so. June. No, that's September. That's June. This is May. There's no programs in this one, but let's just double check. Make sure we haven't missed anything. Okay, that one's done. June is done processing, so we're looking for Max RLE Help Program. Right here. Short little program. Okay, that was September 1989. October 1989. Page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, page 6, page 7, page 8. Let's get it uploading. Yeah, I highly recommend anyone who's has anything to archive, letters, documents, photographs, get it on the Internet Archive. So it's searchable, first of all, and findable, and enjoyable for people that to find in the world, so people can actually enjoy it. No sense leaving stuff hidden in a box in this day and age. Get it out there in the world. Okay, we're just waiting for September of '89 to process, and we are waiting on October of 1989 to upload. Okay, let's see what's in October here. All we're doing is looking for type-in programs. Here's one. Try these sound effects. It's interesting to see a call load control sound instead of calling the sound subroutine. Okay, so call load sound effects. That seems to be by Andy Frew again. Okay, that's all. I'm going to take a little interlude here. Someone has a cross-stitch question for my cross-stitch business. So give me a second. Is this compatible with Markup XP? Hello. I'm not really sure, as I've never used that tool. I've been told by customers that our patterns are compatible with the Pattern Keeper app, if that helps. Just want to grab my signature links here. There we go. Okay, done. All right, back to work here. September of 1989 is done. We've got a few programs there. Here's the My Art program. Oops. Factorials on the last page. Perfect. Okay, October's processing. Let's move on to November. November of 1989. Check the page orientation. Page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, page 6, page 7, page 8. think at this point I would definitely consider myself an Internet Archive power user. Yeah, I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to keep this up today. I've got a couple other things I want to work on this evening, but I did want to, part of the reason I'm blazing through these, I have another batch of paper newsletters here that need scanning, and that's going to be a little time consuming, but I was in the middle of this batch when I acquired those, so I want to finish this batch of Lima newsletters before I move on to those. But it's going to take me another day or two on these, probably. I've got 7 more years of newsletters to plow through for the Lima collection. Okay, November. Okay, and we're looking for type-in programs. Oh, TI computer suppliers, circa 1989. Okay, what do we have here? Here's a quirky routine. What is a quirky routine? If U equals 20, oh wait, O or U? Let's move that here. Oh, if O equals 21, then you are in extended basic. Okay, so extended basic checker. Also, that looks like by Andy Frew. And this one's just pretty. Looks like a sprite demo program of some sort. Yep. We'll just call it Pretty Sprite Demo. Okay, let's move on to the next. That was November, December of 1989. Check our page orientation. Page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, page 6. Look at all this artwork, so much fun. Page 7, holy koala. Why is this backward? Not sure what happened there. Okay, page 7, page 8, page 9. Oh, are they supposed to be like foldable? This one looks like it might be. Maybe. Page 10. Okay. No matter. Let's get it uploading. I like the ones with artwork. Especially as desktop publishing became more the norm and as the 80s turned into the 90s. December 1989. Upload. Okay, so October is done processing. We're looking for call load sound effects. I think it was towards the end, right? Yeah, right here. Okay. November, still processing. December, uploading. So we can start here. Oh, okay, they're showing different orientations of images, whatnot. Hence backward stuff. Okay, I got it. Oh, iron-on transfer, that's what's going on here. So you can take an image and have it reverse iron it on. Got it, okay. I was like wondering why this is all backwards. It's because it's demonstrating an iron-on transfer. Poster. I wonder if some of these phone numbers still work. Okay, no programs in that one. November's uploading or processing. December's processing. Let's get the next one going. January of 1990. Okay, 1, 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, page 6, page 7, page 8. January 1990. I was definitely still using my TI-99 for sure. Definitely was. Okay, November's processing. December's yet to start processing. January of 1990 is uploading. But we can look at this and start to look for programs. I don't see any. Nope. All right, on to the next. February of 1990. Page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, page 6, page 7, page 8. Okay, February 1990. We are looking for type in programs. Von Drake's molecular mission. Walt Disney designed exclusively for the Texas Instruments computer. Copyright 1984. Okay. And a lot of these newsletters, as the time went on, they were really kind of hurting for new content, so the content gets less interesting as they go on, with some exceptions, but for the most part. Okay, so no programs in February of 1990. March 1990. Let's check the page orientation. Page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, page 6, page 7, page 8. Is this fun? Tips font, reference sheet, okay. Bits, Bytes, and Pixels, Lima 99 for a Users Group newsletter, March 1990. Grab our keywords. Okay, December's still processing. January's processing. February's processing. They're all going a little slower. Happens during the weekend sometimes on the Internet Archive. Oh, excuse me. Nope, there we go. Starting to process now. Okay, let's check to see, are there any programs in March? Just looking for type-in programs. Nope, not a one. So once March is uploaded, I'll grab April. April 1990. Always check the page orientation. Page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, page 6, page 7, page 8. Bits, Bytes, and Pixels, Lima 99 for a Users Group newsletter, April 1990. Keywords, 1990, 04, English, upload. Okay, April, let's see. Looking for type-in programs. Vulcan's Computer Buyer's Guide. With a subscription hotline. I love it. Peter Pan's Space Odyssey. Yep, nothing in that one. Okay, let's move on to May. Check the page orientation. Page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, love artwork. Page 5, page 6, page 7, page 8. November's taking a while. We're waiting on that one. There are a couple programs in November. These others are just trucking along. Okay, May. Just scanning it, looking for type-in programs. Here's one. Printer program. Here's a printer setup program for MSave. Printer setup program for MSave. Okay. Printer setup program for MSave. I don't know what MSave is. Looks like by Charles Good, I believe. That's May 1990. How's November doing here? Still working on it. Okay, let's go to June 1990. Check the page orientation. Page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, page 6, page 7, page 8, page 9, page 10. It's a response from Texas Instruments to a query about lost titles that were never released. But thankfully, some of those have turned up over the years, from what I understand. If not directly from Texas Instruments, then from third-party software creators. Okay, June 1990. Keywords. Okay, we're still waiting on November. Waiting on May. Waiting for June to upload. Okay, let's see what's in June. We're looking for type-in programs. Not looking like there are any. Nope. On to the next. It's like August and September of 1990. Yep. Check the page orientation. Page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, page 6, page 7, page 8, page 9, page 10. August, September 1990. Grab our keywords. By convention, I've been putting, if there's two dates, I've been putting the first one as the official date there. Not having any insight at all as to when they were published exactly. Okay, finally November's done processing, or close enough. We're looking for Extended Basic Checker and Sprite Demo by Andy Frew. There we are. Need to let it process a little more to make sure it gets the page number if it's able to. But it's slow going today. While we're waiting, let's see if there are any programs in August, September. Oh, here we go, maybe. Storing data. That is August, September 1990. Okay, we're still waiting on November here. Slow going today. And we're waiting on May. Sorry, the processing on the Internet Archive has slowed down a little bit here, it looks like. So if it creeps along too much, I'll move on and do something else, but let's give it a second here. Okay, December's done. Let's just double check that there are no programs in December. Does not look like it. January looks done. No programs. Nope. How's November doing? Still working on it. February. March. April. We're waiting on May. Waiting on June. Now August and September. Well, let's get the next one going while we're waiting. Okay, October of 1990. Check the page orientation. Page 1, page 2, page... Oh, we're missing a page. 2, 4... Oh, yep, out of order, look. 3. Okay, let's fix that. So this was October of 1990. So we've got page 1, page 2, page 4, and then page 3. Okay, 1, 2, 4, 3. So this one needs to come right over here. And now let's check it. Page 1, page 2, page 3. There we go. Now we're talking. Page 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Done. Okay, let's get that uploading. That's why I check. Very difficult to fix after it's been uploaded, so. October 1990. Long, long time ago. Yes. Don McLean once said. Okay, we're still waiting. There we go. Finally, November's ready to use. Okay, so yeah, we're looking for this page right here. Boom, boom. We're done with that. February is almost done. March, April. We're waiting on May now. June, July, August, and just double check. Oh, not July, August, September, and October. Not July, August, August, September. Okay, October 1990. We're looking for type-in programs. Okay, so this is about converting to extended basic. Okay. So extended basic conversions and various. I think that was by Andy Frew as well, right? Yep. Okay. Let's check on our previously uploaded ones. Okay, February of 1990 is done. There are no programs. March 1990, that one's done. No programs. Let's just double check. Don't want to miss any. April 1990. We're waiting on May, because May does have a program in it. June. August, September. Now October. Let's get the next one. November 1990. Page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, page 6, page 7, page 8. Okay, let's check if there are any programs in November. Not seeing any. Nope, doesn't look like it. Wafer, tape, digital tape drive, and wafer. Okay. So many things I'm not familiar with because I was just too young to have access to them back in the day. All right, let's get the last one in 1990. 1990 December. Check the pages. Page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 6. Aha, yep. Some out of order pages, that's why I check. So it's page 5 and 6, I think, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this one has to come over here. let's just double check. So page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, page 6. There we go. Page 7, page 8. Perfect. And that's why I double check. I discovered that the hard way a couple times. December 1990, English, upload. Okay, how's April doing? Okay, April's done. I don't think there are any programs though. Let's double check. Nope. May we are waiting on. And what are we looking for in May? We're looking for a printer setup program for MSave. There we go. Okay, we just need to make sure it's, yep, there we go. Done processing enough to get the page numbers. And save. Okay, May is done. June, still working. August, September, we're waiting on that one. Okay. October, November, and now December is uploaded. Okay, let's check for programs in December. I like these advertisements and info sheets and things, you know. Okay, nothing in December. Let's get the next one uploading. January 1991. Page 1, page 2, page 3. Interesting. Page 4, page 5, page 6, page 7, page 8. January of 1991, I was in 7th grade. Okay. June, we're waiting on August and September. Here we go. And what are we looking for there? We're looking for storing data. No. Yeah, right there by Andy Frew. Yep. Just gotta make sure it's processed enough to get the page numbers, which it is. All right. Nice. Let's just check the text recognition. Okay. October, still processing. November, still processing. December, still processing. January of 1991. Here we go. Looking for type-in programs. Does not look like there are any. Nope. Next one then. February 1991. Page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, page 6, page 7, page 8. (1991) 02 English upload. Okay, I'm waiting on October. And February is uploading. Let's see if there are any type-in programs. Doesn't look like it at a glance. Nope. Okay. Next one. That was February, so we're on to March of 1991. Check the page numbers and the orientation. Page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, page 6, page 7, page 8, page 9. This is interesting. Page 10. What's on that page? Carol the kangaroo rat. Something about an owl. Some insects. Looks like crickets and various other things. I'm not sure. Is this a story? What is this? Look at it more carefully in a minute. Okay, that was 9. Page 10. Oh. Okay, we got a better version of the kangaroo rat here. All right. Fascinating. Let's get this one uploading. March 1991. Keywords. Okay, June is done. We're not waiting on June though, right? Yeah, there's nothing in June. Just double check. Oh, no programs. October we are waiting for. Not quite done. November, December, January 1991, February 1991, and we're waiting on March. Okay, so let's see if there are any programs in March. Doesn't look like it. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Not even a program. Okay, that was March. April 1991. Page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, page 6, page 7, page 8. Okay, well that's uploading. Let's look to see if there are any programs. It's not looking like it so far. Nope. Okay, we're just waiting on October. Waiting for April of 1991 to upload. There we go. But there are no programs. Let's move on. May of 1991. Check the pages. Page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, page 6. I like the artwork. Page 6, page 7, page 8. Okay, May 1991, English, upload. Let's see how October's doing. Still working. November, still working. December. Oh, December's done, but I don't think there are any programs in it, right? Looks like it's done, but it's not loading. What's going on here? Give it a second. Sometimes it just has issues. January 1991, February, March, April, May we're waiting on. There, okay, December. I don't think there are any programs. Nope. So that one's done. October's still processing. May of 1991 is uploaded. Do not see any programs. Nope. It's on to June. Okay, June 1991. Page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, page 6, page 7. Insert here, page 8, page 9. Okay. June 1991. Now I do a lot of refreshing here. I'm just trying to see how far along the processing of these files is. Okay, let's check June. Okay, here's a program. CC40 Basic. What is this? Okay, so it's an organizer program in CC40 Basic. Okay, well, let's add it to the list. I think we'll just call it organizer. I don't see a name for it. Charles Good. That is in June 1991, right? Yeah. Oh, okay, October's done, and we're looking for extended basic conversions. Right there. That's done. January of 1991 is done. February of 1991 is done. Okay. So we're waiting on June. Let's move on. September of 1991. Page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, page 6, page 7, page 8. September 1991. I got an extra space in there. Yep. I know this makes for riveting streaming. I hope people can see how useful the Internet Archive is, though. If you're interested in archiving things for posterity, go for the Internet Archive. Can't go wrong. I'm a big fan. Internet Archive enthusiast. Okay, September 1991. Looking for programs. Okay, the there is a program here. Fugetta. Music SDA. Yeah, let's just call it Fugetta. Or Fugetta. Is it F-U-G? F-U-G-H-E-T-E-T-T-A. Who wrote this article? Charles Good. Okay, November 1990 is done. Just giving it one final look, make sure I haven't overlooked any programs. Nope. March 1991, still processing. April, still processing. May, still processing. June, still processing. Alright, that's all in September. October 1991. Check the page numbers and orientation. Page 1. Oop, wait a minute. Page 1 to page, oh yeah, okay, page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, page 6, page 7, page 8, page 9, page 10. Perfect. Okay, October 1991. English. Upload. While that's uploading, let's check it for programs. I don't see any. March, April, May, June, September, and October is ready, but we just checked there are no programs. On we go. So it's 9110, 9111. Page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, page 6, page 7, page 8. Okay, let's check November. For type-in programs. Let's Not looking like there are any. Nope. Let's let it upload, then we'll get December going. Waiting on September right here.
My love.
Hey, my love.
I'm getting dinner started.
Oh, well, give me 7 minutes. 5 minutes.
Gotcha.
And I'll be right there. I love you too. Okay, so November is uploaded. Let's get December going, and then we'll wrap it up there. Okay, so December 1991. Let's check our pages. Page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, page 6. Oh, calculators. Page 7, page 8. Okay, I don't see any programs there either, so that's going to go quickly. December 1991, English, upload, and let's just take another look at it for make sure we haven't missed any programs. I don't see any. What does it say about calculator? Oh, the TI was at 86. Fun. It's a list of programs and things. TI books in print. Yeah, there's no programs there. Let's let that upload. How's March doing? We're waiting on October. No, October's done. Waiting on June 1991. That's what we're waiting on. Yeah, that was October 1990. We did that one. Okay. Yeah, waiting on June 1991. March, April, May, June. All right, those are processing, so I'm going to go log off. We're going to get dinner ready here. So almost 4 hours in, we got quite a bit done. Worked our way up through December of 1991, but I've got a ways to go. I've got all the way through 1997 in this batch, and then I have a bunch of physical newsletters to scan and archive as well. These, from what I can tell, the ones I have to scan are I might only have the only extant copies of the National 99 newsletter, National 99 Users Group Organization. It's like an organization of organizations. And I've got about 20 of those to scan, but they're very time consuming because they're in booklet form and the pages aren't labeled, so I have to be extremely careful to keep them in the right order. In the meantime, these are going to process. I'll keep working on my spreadsheet. We got our way up to program number 5,427 of this massive spreadsheet I'm working on of TI-99 4A type-in programs. Be sure to check out the rest of my Twitch channel and or my YouTube channel for previous streams about the TI-99 4A and a lot of World of Warcraft programming, as well as some retro game programming. And stay tuned, because I'm about to release my first TI-99 for a retro cartridge on my Socrates game, which is about the life and conversations of Socrates set in ancient Athens, but on the TI-99 for a home computer. We're going to release it as a retro physical cartridge, so stay tuned for that. In the meantime, hope everyone has a good rest of your weekend. I may be back later, but I'll definitely be back during the week as I work on my Socrates game and work on some other TI projects. So thank you for tuning in. Always appreciate it. I'll catch everyone in the next stream. Have a good evening.